Okay, so welcome back to some more MX versus ATV Supercross Encore, and today I think we're going to do the typical, we're going to go check out another track. I'm not sure which one, but I think if we have enough time, I might try to throw another race on here. I had some people not really complaining, but mentioning that maybe the videos could be a little bit longer. It just works really nice to, you know, one video, one race. I know they're kind of short, a lot shorter than the other videos I do, but it just kind of works out like that. You know, we do a payday heist and yeah, it might be a 20-minute video, but it's just the heist takes that long, so it's one video. I'm not doing multiple heists or anything, so we'll see. We'll do one race and see how much time we have and go from there. I think Albany's the track we're gonna check out. It's another track from the first Supercross Track Pack DLC. It's not too bad. It's kind of in between. It's not real technical. It's not real easy. It's not real hard. It's just kind of in the middle. It's probably easier than it is harder. There's a back section on it that's kind of tough for me, but we'll try our best. I kind of want to hit the inside line, and then you can triple in. It's probably a little bit slower, but I feel like you stay lower to the ground, and I can hit that a little more consistent. The hardest part for me is trying to get into that inside line. You have to go through a section of rollers pretty slow to do that. But we'll see if we can get a start and just try and check out. The AI is not too bad here. They're kind of tough for the first couple laps, but after that, they're not too bad. Take that Racer X whole shot any day of the week. Oh, Kenny. Ken, I am not gonna lose to you again. I'm not gonna lose to you. He is our shadow right now. Oh no, that's not Ken. I don't know who that is. Slower line for sure, but I feel like I don't know, that just feels better to me. The problem is that inside line doesn't really grab you that well, so you kind of want to push out of it easy. Pulling a decent lead. We'll keep trying to hit that line though. The only negative is that you have to go through this section pretty slow to hit that inside line. But it seems to be working. We're actually pulling a decent lead on them. Kind of messed that section up, but that's alright. We have a decent lead. You can go for that big line, but I really don't think it's any faster. It doesn't really feel faster. Let's try and get this inside line a little bit better this time. Ah, that wasn't great, but it works. Last lap. Looks like the lead's staying about the same. Actually, maybe he's cutting into it just a little bit. That's that bigger line, but then you can kind of jump onto that table, but we didn't get that. Oh, and you can triple over the finish line. I tried doing it there, I didn't make it, but that's alright. It's a fun line to take. I don't know how much faster. Probably a little bit faster, but it's no big deal. We got the win. They weren't too bad there. We just kind of maintained a consistent lead. They kind of picked it off a little bit at the end there, but that still works. So I think that video's not too long. It's not too long, so maybe we'll throw something else at the end of this, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have time to do a second race. The video will be a little bit longer, so I had some people asking for the videos to be a little bit longer. I can't promise we'll do this all the time, but we'll do it this time. And the reason is I was actually going to use the quad, and then I kind of changed my mind because there's one person, I think a couple people have asked, but there's one person in particular that has just been asking and asking and asking to see the 350. And I really only use the 450, but I guess I'm kind of curious too to see what it's like as far as how it feels and to compare it to the 450. So you can see on the side it says 350. So this is the KTM 350. I just got it, and we're gonna see how it performs. I don't know what track to go to. One that, you know, that I know what I can do with the 450, so I could compare and see how it feels with the 350. So I'll take a peek and see what I can find, and I will see you over at the track in just a second. I think the track we're gonna check out is New Orleans. I know what I can run with a 450 here, and so I think it'd be a good track to test out and gauge what the 350 feels like. Plus, I wanted to do something that we don't always do. You know, like in multiplayer, you always see like the first 5, 6, 7 tracks because it's always like that. But we'll put this on 4 laps and start this. I don't know what to expect. I actually jumped into the race and just got off the starting gate and was thinking, man, this feels really weird. It's handling like crap, and I don't know. But I forgot to go back and add any upgrades to it. It's completely stock. So I jumped back out and upgraded some things, and we'll see if we can just test it out. I'm not so worried about how well we do in the race. I just kind of want to see what it feels like, if it's even comparable to the 450 or not. Well, first impressions on that first lap, we didn't make a pretty first lap, but it feels definitely underpowered. I think you can feel it. I don't think I notice it so much. You know, I don't really know where I notice it, but I can definitely feel it. First impressions is it's good, but I don't see any reason why you wouldn't just buy the 450 KTM. I know I'm not hitting that perfect, but usually I can get over that last one on a 450. Maybe if we hit it better next lap, we can get over it easier. Well, just looking at lap times, and I haven't hit the lines as good as I normally would. It's about a second off of the fast lap that I've had here. You know, it hit that line though. I don't know, can you do that on the 250? I've never actually tried. I don't use the 250s. Well, I'm really glad that we were able to hit that last line because it wasn't exactly pretty gameplay. I know that we were coming up short and over jumping a lot of sections. I'm curious, what was the fast lap that I had? I'll have to go back and look. Was it a 56? Because I think before it was a 55, which isn't like super fast, but I think I threw the 55 down with the 450, which is kind of a meh lap time, but still. I think it was a 56, so it was close, but I still think I think you can feel it just a little bit. It's noticeable. It's definitely more than the 250, but I think it's for sure less than the 450. I know it should be like that, but I was just, from a video game standpoint, I was curious, and yeah, I think it's... Yeah, I don't know. I like the 450 better. Maybe because I'm just used to it, because that's basically all I use. I'd say, I don't know, if I was comparing it to the 450, the 250F, and the 252 stroke, I'd say the 450 is where I'd go first. I like the 2-stroke. I actually think the 252 stroke is better just because, this is just my opinion, just because it handles better. It slips around a little more, but you can turn so much easier. You know, they had to buff that somewhere, otherwise it'd be no competition for the 450. And even with that, the 450 is still better, I think, or at least faster. But I do like the 250. I'd say this is to me closer comparable to the 252 stroke. It's more than the 250F, but it's for sure less than the 450. But it still handles like the 450 would, not like the 250. But I think it has a little bit more power than the 252 stroke. So I don't know if that makes any sense. I think that's kind of what it feels like to me. So that's the 350. I like it. It's fun. I think it could be fun to use. But if I'm gonna go play multiplayer, I don't think I'd ever use this. I don't see any reason to ever use it. I would just take the 450. But it's fun. If you're just going to play against the AI and stuff and want to mess around, or if you have a 350 and want to have the same bike in-game, for sure, I think it's a good bike. I think it's a lot of fun, but definitely a little underpowered, I think. A little bit, but still a really good bike. We were able to hit I think I hit basically the same lines I'd hit on the 450, except for off the start, coming over the finish line, taking that first corner and then that rhythm section after. I think usually I could get one more on the 450. Now, maybe I could have on this too, but, you know, it was... I know I missed a lot of preloads and we overjumped, cased, and came up short on a bunch of things, but I was just I was more curious to see how it felt, and so, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, but I think I prefer the 450 still, so. If you were curious, that's my impressions of it, so there you go. There's the 350, 2 races. We tested out something new. I hope you enjoyed this longer video, and we'll go from there. But thank you so much for the support on this series. It means a lot. And thank you for your comments and your suggestions and all that. That's why we're doing the longer videos and testing out the 350 and this and this and this and this and this. But you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for your support. And until the next video, Take it easy.